Buenas noches, soy Blanca Klein. Bienvenidos al programa Dialogando con la Policía del Condado de Montgomery. En este programa les proveeremos información acerca de crímenes en el área. Tendremos invitados especiales que nos hablarán acerca de sus áreas de experiencia para que usted pueda obtener la ayuda apropiada. Esta noche está con nosotros Catherine Sensano, trabajadora comunitaria de la División de Animales y el Centro de Adopción. Bienvenida, Catherine. It is a pleasure to have you. Es un placer de tenerla. And we have also another guest. Tenemos otro invitado. What's her name?
This is Petunia.
Nuestra invitada especial, it's our special guest. Don't feel bad. Nuestra invitada especial es Petunia.
Okay.
How old is Petunia?
Petunia is 2 years old. As far as we can. It's a bit of a guess.
So Petunia, pensamos nosotros que tiene 2 años y está lista para ser adoptada.
Yes.
And
yes.
she's ready to go to somebody's home and be adopted.
Yes.
So that's why we wanted to bring Petunia to the show, because you have several animals, several pets
Yes.
that are for adoption. As a matter of fact, you have many that you are concerned of.
We do.
La División de Animales tiene pues a Petunia y otros animales que realmente muchos podríamos decir que están preocupados, que necesitan una casa, necesitan una adopción. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so we have so many animals that come to us.
Tenemos muchos animales que vienen a nosotros.
In many different ways. For example, Petunia came to us as a stray.
Por ejemplo, Petunia ha llegado a la División de Animales porque la han encontrado caminando por las calles.
Yep. And so we also have some that come to us because families can't take care of them anymore. And so, just those two reasons alone, we get animals in many different ways, and it can accumulate, and
Y
we
en
can have
muchos
many
casos,
different
and
animals.
that is so sad, pero en muchos casos, muchas personas ya no los quieren a tener a los animales en la casa, so when they don't want the pets at home, they bring it to our center.
It's not necessarily that they don't want them. It's often that there are reasons that they can't provide care for them, whether it's that they can't afford vet care, or that they can't afford if they have a child and maybe the pet doesn't do well with the child. There's different reasons.
Catherine, I think it's time for a treat, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Petunia.
Petunia, come and have a treat.
She would be great. She would be great with a family because she's very appropriate. And with kids, because she's very appropriate with being handled. But she also has this side to her that's very fun and goofy that we're discovering on air, of course.
Like you were saying, como tú me estabas diciendo, es que no necesariamente las personas no quieren tener a los animales en su casa, sino también que muchas veces por motivo de enfermedad o otras razones no pueden tener a los animales en su casa. Entonces, por ejemplo, en este caso, Petunia está lista para ser adoptada.
Yes.
If there's a family with kids, I think she will be a perfect fit.
She would be great.
She will be playing with the kids because she's not mean, she's not vicious.
No, she's good. You can. I was kissing her on the head and squeezing her earlier, and she was fine with it. As long as you have a treat for her, she's happy.
Entonces, Petunia realmente, si alguna familia está interesada y quiere tener la Petunia y tiene niños, sería un animal, una adición. It would be a great addition for the family. Sería una adición muy bonita para la familia. Le encanta tener sus cookies y sus postres, but she's very well behaved.
She is. She's
Is she trained?
She knows a few things.
Okay.
She seems to know to sit, but she will still jump occasionally because she gets excited.
But you take them for walks. She doesn't make any accidents.
Yeah. No, she hasn't had any accidents inside as
Lo
far as
muy
I've
lindo de Petunia es que no hace accidentes en la casa. Entonces ella se porta bien, la sacan a pasear. Y realmente she hasn't really destroyed her toys or anything like that.
She has, I haven't seen her with toys other than a ball, and she seemed to really like the ball, but not as much as food.
Petunia solamente tiene una pelota, ¿verdad? Sí, tiene una pelota y juega con ella y hasta ahora no la destruye. And she has beautiful eyes. Tiene unos ojos lindísimos, Petunia. Así que nosotros quisiéramos pues que Petunia vaya a una buena casa, que nosotros también quisiéramos que otros animales vayan a una buena casa. What is the number that they can call?
They can call us at 240.
Pueden llamar al 240
773
773
5900.
5900. ¿Cuál otros servicios ofrece la División de Servicios de Animales? What are the other services that you offer?
So we also do lost and found, which is very important if somebody loses a pet and they want to come visit us.
Entonces, ellos también hacen lo que se dice cuando un animal se pierde o lo pueden encontrar, so they can, if the pets are lost, they can call your office.
Yes.
And, o sea, que pueden también llamar al mismo teléfono que nos has dicho para decir mi animal se ha perdido y quién sabe nosotros lo podamos tener.
Yes.
So, Petunia, are you having a good time? ¿Te estás divirtiendo,
so.
Petunia? I think she will want to come back next month.
Yes, she's never going to leave.
Yo creo que ella va a querer volver el próximo mes with all the treats that she's having.
She is. We also have our officers who are field services officers who are out throughout the county, who are rescuing animals who are in need of help. Also helping, the citizens that are in need of assistance if they are having animal-related emergencies
Entonces,
as well.
Lo importante es que la comunidad sepa que también nosotros tenemos oficiales que van a patrullar áreas. Entonces, si encuentran un animal, pues entonces ellos pueden recogerlos a los animales, but they also enforce the well-being of the animals.
Yes,
Pero
absolutely.
también ellos enfuerzan el bienestar de los animales. Do they make arrests? ¿Hacen arrestos? Sí,
They do have.
There is a, what kind of power do they have? ¿Qué tipo de poder tienen los oficiales?
They are code enforcement officers, so they can enforce the code. They do work with the police department very closely so that if they
Los
need to
oficiales
make
que
an arrest,
tenemos
they
en la
do.
División de Animales es que más que todo ellos enfuerzan los códigos que hay en las leyes del Condado de Montgomery y trabajan muy cerca con los oficiales del condado para hacer los arrestos, because many people, I know we have many cases that some families have many dogs, cats, and
Yes.
they are neglected, so anybody
Yes.
also can call the police if they see somebody that is not treating their animals well.
Yes. They also want to be a resource to people as well. If people are it is about enforcement, but it is also about being a resource to people as well. So I think that people should remember that if they see one of our officers.
Queremos que se acuerden los miembros de la comunidad que esos oficiales trabajan, claro, enforzando la ley, pero también dando consejos y ayudando a la comunidad. Así que si ven algún maltrato, they can call the non-emergency number. There's a.
They can, if they are experiencing an animal-related emergency, if it's emergency, they need help right away, they can call 911. If it's not dire, they can call the non-emergency number.
Entonces, si es una emergencia, que el animal está en peligro, llamen al 911. Si no, pueden llamar al teléfono de una emergencia al 301-279-8000. How many officers do you have? Do you know more or less?
We have around 13, 14 officers or so who are working throughout the county.
Entonces tenemos 13 a 14 animales por todo el condado, así que estamos listos para ayudarles. Y también, do you also help the community with, some kind of training for families or with animals or anything like that, or with pets?
We do offer a class that's called Your Adopted Dog. Now,
wow.
You don't have to have adopted from us, so it's offered every, now I'm not going to remember, but if people visit our website, we do have that information right there.
Entonces está en el internet si ustedes quieren ver, porque también, if somebody adopts Petunia,
somebody adopts a Petunia,
Mom
or if
and
they
Dad
have
and the
adopted a
kids
dog,
can go to the training.
They
So
can
si
come,
alguien
yeah.
adopta Petunia, espero que adopten a Petunia, que nos dejen saber, because I really hope that they will adopt it and they will let us know as well, because then you can come every month so we can get all these animals adopted.
Yes, and we have so many.
You have so many, but so if you don't adopt the pet, you say that if you don't adopt an animal, they can also go to a training.
Even if they don't adopt the pet from us, or if they're thinking about adopting, they can come to the training, yes.
Perfecto. Entonces, ¿está usted esperando de adoptar o tiene una idea que quiere adoptar o tiene un perro que no se está portando bien? Pueden ir a esas clases, llamar por teléfono y ellos les van a dar información. Another information that is very, very important, otra información que es muy, muy importante, is rabies shots.
Yes.
Es una información de cómo vacunar a los animales, porque nosotros no queremos que tengan los animales rabia y alguien alguien les muerda y entonces haya problema. What is the psychology behind the rabies shots, or how does it work in your agency?
Yes, so it's really important that an animal is always up to date on its rabies, because the rabies is essentially it's it's lethal. There really is nothing that you can do to cure that once an animal has
Entonces,
that.
es muy importante que todos ustedes que tienen animales, we think about rabies shots, dogs. No, it has to be also cats.
It's for essentially mammals, so dogs, cats, even, we do it for ferrets as well when we do have our
wow.
rabies vaccination clinics.
Really? Entonces tenemos estas vacunas contra la rabia, no solamente para perros, porque nos imaginamos que son perros, pero también para gatos, incluso hay para pájaros. Entonces, is there a cost for that?
Ferrets, not parrots.
Oh, parrots, okay,
Yeah.
ferrets. Okay. Entonces, hay un costo for this.
So when we do the rabies vaccination clinic, it is free with the purchase of a pet license.
Entonces, realmente it's great porque el costo, usually the pet stores are expensive.
Yes.
So do you ask for annual income or anything like that?
We don't, no.
Okay.
Anyone can come. There are no
Cualquiera puede ir, no necesitamos
restrictions.
no van a chequear cuál es su ingreso, pero sí, lo que dice ella que realmente si no se vacunan a los animales, especialmente en cualquier lado es muy difícil porque es realmente puede matar a una persona, así que if it's lethal, you say that it really lives under the responsibility of the owner.
Yes, yeah.
Entonces,
and also in terms of licensing, it's also important that it is required by law that a person has their
Entonces, acuérdense que es un requisito para la ley que sus animales tengan vacunas y pueden ir a la oficina de la División de Animales de Servicios del Condado. Así que pueden llamar al 240-773-5... 240-773-5900. Catherine, it is a pleasure to have
Thank
you and Petunia. I don't know if I should say it's a pleasure to have Petunia and you.
She's having a good time.
Vamos a hacer una pausa y en cuanto regresemos hablaremos con Catherine Sensano y también nos divertiremos con Petunia.
Creo que un compañero de clase de mi amigo tiene algo llamado autismo. El hijo del hermano de mi amigo tiene autismo. El hijo de mi vecino tiene autismo.
Mi hijo tiene autismo.
El autismo está cada vez más cerca de casa. Hoy, 1 de cada 88 niños es diagnosticado con autismo, un aumento de 1000% en 40 años. Conoce las señales del autismo. Llama al 888-772-9050.
Encuentra el bosque más cercano en descubreelbosque.org. El bosque, más cerca de lo que crees.
Aprender a brincar 6 escalones toma determinación. También toma determinación entrar a la universidad. Yo tengo lo que se necesita. Tú también lo tienes.
En letsmove.gov aprenderás pasos simples para prevenir la obesidad infantil y ayudarlos a alcanzar un índice de masa corporal saludable. Visita letsmove.gov hoy mismo.
Catherine, quisiera preguntarte de nuevo acerca de las vacunas para los animales. I wanted to ask you again a little more about the vaccination for the rabies shots. So basically, every animal should have it in Montgomery County. Todos los pets deberían tener estas vacunas. With our animal control side, con nuestra división, people can go, when you have some times during the year that you do it, right? Hay ciertas veces que lo hacen en el condado al año, no es todos los días.
Yes.
So they should call to find out when is the next session.
Yes.
Las personas deberían de llamar cuando hacen la siguiente sesión. It's free, no cuesta nada,
Yes.
pero pueden comprar su licencia para los animales, pueden comprar la licencia, so they can buy the pet license.
Yes.
And that's not a whole lot of money. No es muy caro tampoco. That way, you are sure that if the pet gets lost, is that the key, that they'll have a license?
Yes, so a license is a really effective way for our officers in particular to be able to quickly and easily reunite the pet with their owner.
That is wonderful. Entonces, precisamente esta licencia es para que si se pierde, en este caso se perdería Petunia, que espero no, sería realmente para que los oficiales que trabajan haciendo en esta división, ellos puedan dar con el animal lo más antes posible. Petunia, are you having a good time? Petunia está pasándola divertidísimo. So that is great. And you said that is also for cats.
For cats as
And
well.
people should.
Yes.
Is there an age limit? ¿Hay una edad, un límite de edad? O si if the dogs are old or the pets are old, do they need the vaccination as well?
Sometimes there may be, if an animal is getting to that point where they are a bit old, they may recommend that you do blood tests
Okay.
to
Do
ensure
you
that
do
they are
that?
okay. We do not do that.
Ok, entonces si su animal es ya un poquito mayor, se recomienda que se hagan un examen de la sangre, pero ellos no hacen eso, tendrían que ir a otro lugar para hacerlo. Volviendo a las adopciones, going back to the adoptions, tell us about the training, and who does who teaches these sessions? ¿Quién enseña acerca de estas sesiones?
So we have counselors, adoption
Entonces,
counselors that are very well
tenemos
trained.
consejeros de adopción que están muy bien entrenados.
Yes, and they are the ones that are speaking to the people that are coming in, potential adopters, and helping them in the selection process.
Entonces, estos consejeros son los que realmente hablan con la persona y ven realmente si este animal está adecuado para la familia.
Yes, and we have a system also that helps people even more in selecting a pet, and it's called the Meet Your Match.
Entonces, tenemos otro sistema que realmente ayuda a que la persona pueda escoger un animal que realmente pueda ser compatible con la familia. Entonces, este programa se llama, por eso, Conozca y familiarícese con su animal.
Yes.
How does that work?
Meet Your Match, the family will fill out a survey, and it asks them about what their lifestyle is, what their expectations are like. So for this dog, we would want to know if they are, if they're couch potatoes, probably wouldn't be a good match
That's
for her.
right.
So ask them questions like that.
Entonces, generalmente para este programa, el consejero hace que visiten a un animal, la persona en Animal Services, y entonces ahí ven si es jugador, si quiere un animal que sea, si tienen hijos, sea divertido, o quiere un perro más serio. En este caso, por ejemplo, Petunia sería un animal excelente para una familia con niños, porque todavía ella, she wants to run and play around, and
Yes.
she's at that age, so ella está en la edad de corretear, y en fin. Are there any different levels?
Yes,
Hay
there are different
diferentes
profiles.
niveles también
Different
que podemos hablar.
profiles
Okay,
for dogs and cats.
tell me about it.
So you have, there are different colors essentially and different profiles
Hay
within the colors.
diferentes niveles y diferentes colores, okay?
So you have one that is a couch potato, for example, and that would be a dog that is just very calm, very low, kind of your low maintenance, low activity dog. And you wouldn't put that dog with a family that is
That's
very
right.
high energy
That's right.
and constantly
Entonces, hay un tipo de
moving.
animal que, por ejemplo, los perros que son muy tranquilos, que en inglés les dicen couch potatoes,
Good
que
girl.
no quieren hacer más que estar tranquilos, sentados en un lugar, que ese perro sería mucho mejor que sea adoptado por una persona que es mayor, una familia que no tiene niños. But the other types of
Yes.
of levels, what is the other
Yeah.
type?
We have different ones like, we have one that is, I'm forgetting the name right
That's
now.
okay.
It's a wallflower. So those are your dogs that are a little bit more shy, more timid. Those would be dogs that we wouldn't necessarily want to place with a family that has a lot going on in the household, maybe a family that has kids. It's just a really good way for us to again, make good matches, make smart matches.
Right.
And it's a way to guide the families. It doesn't have to be a definitive, decision
En cambio, hay
maker.
otros animales, por ejemplo, que son más tímidos, casi no quieren estar mucho con gente, entonces esos animales no les pondríamos con una familia que tiene miles de cosas que hacer y están siempre muy ocupados, entonces that's a great way to really identify the animal with the family. Es una manera muy interesante como se identifica a la familia con el animal. Are there other levels?
There are several. I mean, there
Yeah.
are actually 9 for the dogs.
So hay
there are 9
diferentes
for the cats.
9 niveles y también 9 niveles para gatos. Is there a different approach for cats, or is the same way as
It's the
as
same
dogs?
approach. They
Es
take a
la
survey
misma
as
manera.
well.
Toman hacen un cuestionario, les hacen un cuestionario, entonces ahí, so the questions that are asked on the survey are, what are the questions that are asked
Same
on the
types
survey?
of questions. What are they looking for in a cat? Are they looking for one that is very social, outgoing, or are they looking for one that is maybe more reserved or somewhere in the middle of the road? Questions
Entonces,
like
en
that.
este cuestionario preguntan a la persona que quiera adoptar a los gatos o a los perros qué tipo de personas son y qué tipo de animales quisieran. Entonces, así, so that way the pet goes happy with the family.
So that it's a good match.
Entonces, eso realmente es una buena coordinación y así el animal, sería el gato o el perro, se va feliz con la familia. And also, they don't have to bring the pet back. Do they bring
Yes.
pets back? I mean,
People do bring pets back, and that's why we do take, we try to have a conversation with them, and so that we make a good match, so that, so that they don't bring the pet back. But of course, if it's not working out, then it's not working out.
porque entonces así, si muchas veces no se compagina bien el perro el animal con la persona, entonces, quién sabe, los dueños, esas familias tendrían que traer a los animales de vuelta. Y ellos dicen que sí, pueden traer a los animales de vuelta, pero you prefer that they go home and they stay with the family.
Yes, of
Ustedes
course.
prefieren que el animal como Petunia vaya a la casa y se quede con una familia y sea feliz, ¿verdad, Petunia?
And we have also a behavior counselor that can work
Wow.
with them also if they are having any issues in
Yeah.
the first few days, first few weeks, that they can talk to as well.
Entonces, hay consejeros también que pueden ayudarles con el comportamiento de los animales. Will that behavior counselor help families that they already have dogs that they will not be adopted from the center?
In what regard? So
With the behavior of the dogs, for instance.
if they are coming to the center, or if they are,
No,
or if it's a
if
dog
I have
out
a
in
dog
the community.
and the dog has issues, can I bring or can I go and talk to the counselor, or can I bring my dog for assistance?
We do have situations where they will talk to people who are struggling and are considering bringing their pet to us. We do have limited resources in that respect. We can also refer them. We do have a group that we work with called Your Dog's Friend. That is a nonprofit, and we do refer people to them
Entonces hay un
oftentimes.
programa especial, no directamente con el condado, que se llama Su amigo, su perro, y esto pueden ayudarles con consejería, pueden ayudarles cómo pueden realmente ustedes manejar a sus animales si tienen problemas de comportamiento.
Yes.
Great. Any other things that we have not covered that you can think of?
We talked about our
Do you know how
officers.
many dogs you have for adoption? ¿Sabes cuántos animales
gosh.
tienen para adopción?
At the very moment, I do not, but people could look at our website and
Yeah.
they can scroll through.
More than 50?
Very likely.
Yeah. Posiblemente
Definitely
tengamos
more than 50 cats, I can
más
tell
de
you that.
Cats only?
More than 50 cats
Yeah.
we have.
Ahorita
more
tenemos
50,
por lo
more than
menos
50.
más de 50 gatos. So that's why you're here to
Yes.
ask the community, to
Yeah.
plead to the community. Y es por eso que ella está aquí, para rogarle a la comunidad, para pedirles, suplicarles a la comunidad que adopten animales, because we
Yes.
want a good home for them. Queremos
Yes.
una buena familia para ellos. No queremos, we don't want them to live in the crate for many times. I mean,
No.
for how long, right?
Yeah. And there are times where we're providing care for over 400 animals, not all necessarily
Yeah.
being made available for adoption, but,
Yeah.
and so yes, we are relying on people to come
Entonces
out and
nosotros
adopt them.
dependemos de ustedes para que los adopten, porque hay habido una oportunidad que hemos tenido más de 400 animales, así que le pedimos por favor que usted pueda ayudarnos a adoptar a estos animales. El teléfono, so we ask them to adopt the pets, and the number is 240-773-5900.
5900, yes. And best
Entonces,
bet is for them to come in
Por
person.
favor, llamen al 240-773-5900. We came to the end of our interview. Ya hemos llegado al final de nuestra entrevista. Petunia is ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So Petunia is ready to go to sleep. I don't know, maybe you're ready to go to sleep. Yo creo que
I'm
Catherine,
ready.
tú
We're
estás
ready to
lista
run
para
a
irte
mile
dormir.
now. We're ready.
Petunia, thank you for coming. It was a pleasure to meet you. Un placer de conocerte, Petunia.
She says, thank you. It was a pleasure
That's
to
right,
meet you.
that's right, exactly. Cuando retornemos, hablaremos con el sargento Michael Segru, quien nos hablará acerca de carros robados y también cómo no se deben dejar artículos en los carros. Gracias, Catherine.
Thank you so much.